Hello everyone, hope you're all doing great. To make these sessions more project-based and help you get a better understanding of the tools, we decided to create a design using the tools we've learned so far. So if you're interested in creating professional animations, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Alright, to start, I'm going to create a vector layer first. Make sure to always give it a proper name. Each part of the face should have its own separate layer with a related name. For example, I'll name this layer Head. After naming the layer, I'll select the Add Point tool and start designing. I recommend not skipping ahead in the video while designing because there are small but important tips in these parts. If you notice, Sharp Corners is enabled, which makes the lines really sharp. Since I'm designing a face, I need to disable Sharp Corners to get smoother lines. Alright, now if you look closely, some parts we drew while Sharp Corners was active have sharp edges. We're going to use the Curvature tool to smooth those out. As you can see, by using the Curvature tool and dragging the mouse over these edges, we can make them smoother. So we learned that it's not a big deal if the initial lines are a bit messy, because we can fix those issues later using the Curvature tool and transform points. I'll emphasize again, don't skip ahead in the video because we always share important tips while designing. Now that I've drawn the head, I need to create more layers and draw the other parts of the head in those layers. Now I need to create a new layer called Hair and start drawing the character's hair. I'll select the Add Point tool again and make sure Sharp Corners, Auto Stroke, and Autofill are disabled, but Auto Weld should definitely be enabled. Now I'll start drawing. An important thing to note is that the number of points should neither be too many nor too few. This can cause problems when rigging and animating, so try to add just the right amount of points. Now that we've designed the hair, let's clean up the design. For this, if you need a sharp edge like this point, just hold down the Alt key on your keyboard while moving the handles. But if you don't hold down the Alt key, these handles will move together. Let's go ahead and tidy up the design a bit. The next part we need to design is the ears. The important point is that layer prioritization is very crucial. To put it simply, any layer that's higher in the layer panel will appear in front in the image, and any layer that's lower in the panel will appear behind in the image. In my opinion, the ears should be placed between the hair and the head layers in this image. So let's create a new layer for the left ear and start drawing it. As you can see, the ear has an inner part that you definitely need to design as well. Based on the image, you can design this part just by drawing a stroke. It doesn't need to be a closed shape for the intersection. Now let's connect the points that aren't connected yet, just like that. There's no need to redesign the right ear because it's exactly like the left one. You just need to copy the layer for it. To do this, I'll select the left ear layer, click Duplicate, and rename the new layer to Right Ear. Now I'll select all the points, flip the entire layer, and use the Transform Points tool to position it in the right place. Now that the ears are designed, we need to draw the mouth. Make sure the layer you create for the mouth is definitely above the head layer. Now I'll start designing the mouth layer. Keep in mind, if you don't have a pre-designed character, you can download one from the website I've linked in the description. or you can get help with a character design. We'll also be adding a character design tutorial in a separate playlist, so stay tuned for that. If you run into a mess like this during the design, just hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and adjust the handles like in the video. As you can see, everything is now perfectly organized. Now I'll create a layer for the eyes and start designing them. Keep in mind you can design the eyes in separate layers, or like me, in a single layer. It really depends on your goal for rigging the character. Now I'm going to use the Shape tool and select the shape I want for the eye. By holding down the Shift key on your keyboard, you can draw the shape proportionally, and then use the Transform tool to position it in the right place. As you saw, by pressing the shortcut Ctrl+C, I copy it, and then with Ctrl+V, I paste it. After that, I use the Transform tool to position it in the right place. Now I'll create a new layer for the eyebrows, give it an appropriate name, and start designing the eyebrows. Now I'll create a layer for the nose and start drawing the nose. An important point to note is that while designing, you can easily move around the canvas by holding the right-click on the mouse and dragging. Since we're going to design the neck and it will be behind the head in the design, we need to go to the bottom layer, create a new layer, and name it Neck. Now I'll start designing the neck using the Add Point tool. The extra curve we added at the top won't be visible in the design. It will be behind the head, and it helps prevent any bulging when the head moves. Here we'll also draw the shadow for the neck. Now let's check all the layers from top to bottom to make sure everything is designed and nothing has been missed. In order: hair, nose, eyebrows, eyes, mouth, face, right ear, left ear, and neck. Everything is designed correctly, and that's awesome. In the next session, we'll color this character together. By the way, if you want to create professional animations, don't forget to like and subscribe. We have new videos every day on the channel.